Hello, my name is Kiera Neal, and for my Girl Scout Gold Award, I'm doing the SHIELD project. All children should be able to enjoy a carefree and innocent childhood. Nonetheless, it is a sad fact that every day, 43 young boys and girls are diagnosed with cancer in the United States. This diagnosis changes everything. A diagnosis of childhood cancer is used to describe cancers that occur in children between birth and 15 years of age. The average age of diagnosis is around the age of 6 years old. Childhood cancer is also a general term for a large group of diseases that can affect any part of the body. There are 16 major types of childhood cancers and countless subtypes. While childhood cancer treatments are available across the United States, not every town has access to those treatments. Families often have to travel great distances for the best cancer treatment. This causes lost days at work and school, separation from family and friends, and the financial cost of flights, hotels, and gas. Treatment depends on the type of cancer. Treatments can include surgery, chemotherapy, radiation therapy, or immunotherapy. Sometimes a child receives more than one of these treatments. The length of time needed for treatment differs depending on the type of cancer. In general, treatments take several months or even years. A cancer diagnosis changes everything. It turns someone's world upside down, emotionally, physically, and financially. When someone understands, it makes all the difference in your world. Spending time in the hospital is never fun, especially for the smallest patients. A 17-year-old cancer patient named Nick Conkler fought cancer his entire life and knew the challenges of being a young patient in a hospital setting. He had the idea of building a decorative wooden platform to place on the bottom of IV poles for kids to have a safe place to sit as they were walked around the hospital while connected to their treatment. He began developing a prototype in his woodshop class. Sadly, Nick died before he could see the impact of his idea. My Girl Scout Gold Award project is titled the SHIELD Project because it seeks to turn IV poles into a fun way to ride around the hospital. I mobilized a team of artists to create and design wooden platforms that sit at the base of IV poles. My goal is to give our littlest heroes the greatest freedom to move and explore. Each shield easily slides onto the base of IV poles. Simply sit, slide, and roll. Children love to play, and it is often when they are at their happiest. Play remains very important for a child with cancer and should be encouraged throughout treatment. The shields will empower these children by sparking their imagination and the spirit to be free. What does it take to lift the spirits of children in the hospital? Their imagination can have them fly like a bird or plane with Superman. Join Iron Man and be brave. Dive deep to the magical underworld of mermaids. Find the faith to follow their dreams. Hang out with SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward at the Krusty Krab. Fight fires and crime. Escape the real world and enter into the magical realm of unicorns. Or go on a fun adventure with giggly minions. With a little imagination, these kids can travel to the jungle. Or under the sea to create all kinds of wild adventures. Or even catch a wave with Moana. Join the initiative to make these shields from 3/4-inch birch plywood. Use these dimensions to make a template to trace on 24 by 24-inch squares. You can make 8 shields out of 1 sheet of plywood. I used a jigsaw to cut out the shape of the shield, but a bandsaw could be used as well. An important step is to sand the wooden shield, making sure to leave the shield smooth and splinter-free. A belt sander with 100 grit paper and a palm sander with 120 grit paper should do the trick. Then apply a water-based primer as the first coat. The next 2 coats of acrylic paint should be the base coat. Then paint your shield with whatever design you choose. When the paint dries, each shield should be coated in high-quality water-based latex primer. This makes it easy to clean them with soap and water. The shield sits on the bottom of the IV pole. It transforms this cumbersome and unnecessary piece of equipment into a fun and imaginative way to move around the hospital.